Hello and welcome to another cryptic crossword coffee break. It's today's Telegraph crossword that we're going to be looking at, and that's being Monday, the 31st of March. Let's start off with one across. Photographers' models. These should be easy to take. What's something that's easy to take? I can't think. One down. Fuel container in sink. Two down. Nothing in pie. Could this have predicted it? Okay, so the definition is, could this have predicted it? So it's something that predicts. And when I saw pi, I thought tart. You put an O, which looks like the number zero, inside, and you've got tarot. Three down. At home, prepare lime flan with last of wine. Okay, so that is, I think our definition here is at home, and we're going to be putting lime and flan with the letter E being the last letter of wine. We're going to mix them about a bit, and it's going to be at home, and it's going to be something like in flamine. In, it's probably in, I would have thought. What can this mean? What can this be? Inflammate. I can't think. I don't know. Or Dan, Dawn's turned up jokes about university. Dawn's turned up jokes about university. Dawn. Could the whole thing be dawn? Where I'm thinking of aurora. No, if something dawns, it arises or it comes up. And what about these jokes? You see, I want it to be jokes that are going up around the letter U for university, but then I can't think of a dawn that's going to have a letter U in it. And with jokes, I'm thinking of puns. Uh, it's pun. You see, there's this. Look at this. Sun up. That's kind of dawn, isn't it? And that would be puns going up around U for university. I don't know. Okay, I've got this one across. Photographers' models. These should be easy to take. Photographer model is someone who's sitting for um, a a photo, and so if something's easy to take, it's a sitter. What about three down? Oh, in. Okay, all right. So at home, it's en famille, in family, in in English, en famille in French, and I guess that means um, at home. Uh, well, there we are. If the person who made the crossword and the crossword editor were happy with en famille, meaning at home, who am I to disagree? Nine across, ill-mannered, rude Finn, excitedly swallowing ecstasy. Well, that's an extremely clear, uh, cryptic part to me. It's rude and Finn excitedly, so the letters are behaving in an excited fashion, and they've swallowed an E for ecstasy. And yeah, so it's rude, Finn, E. The whole thing is unrefined, and the letters help us quite a lot because we can see it's unrefined. One down again, fuel container in sink. What's a fuel container? And what is sink? See, I think, well, I don't know. Could this whole be a fuel? What's this fuel? I use, what's fuel? All I can think of is a sausage, which it is fuel of a kind. It's not normally fuel though. You wouldn't generally see a sausage described as fuel. 11 across, sort of bag with masculine emblem. Okay, so that's nice. So a tote bag is a kind of bag. And you put it with M for masculine, and you've got an emblem, totem. What else is going on? Five down. Not fit to appear in public like salad without mayo. If you're not fit to appear in public, you are un. Now I'm thinking about like salad without mayo, which could be another way of describing it. Uh, Mayo is a kind of relish, I suppose. Not quite sure. No, 12 across. Leader of Presbyterians getting as far as giving moral advice. Okay, so P is the letter is the letter that is the leader of the word Presbyterians. If you get as far as somewhere, you reach it. And if you're giving moral advice, you're preaching. Six down. Refurbished again. That looks like an anagram indicator to me. Refurbished cab is somewhat Spartan. If something's somewhat Spartan, it is basic. And we are indeed refurbishing the letters of cab and is. 10 across, plant material from this is alcoholic. Okay, well, the plant, which by the way is used quite a lot in darts boards, is sisal. And Is it sisal or is it sizzle? Not sure. But whatever it is a plant that produces things for the darts board, and most importantly, it uses material from this is alcoholic. Now I'm going to start using the clue bit, the clue beneath the grid now, to try and point things out for you, nice folk. So if you look at this is alcoholic, and you look at the bit that I've highlighted, it's Cecil. That is material. So that is um, those the letters SISAL have been a material part of this is alcoholic. All right, some down dirty dishes arriving on a beach. Yeah, dirty dishes. If something arrives on a beach, it washes up, and the word dirty dishes would indeed be another way of describing washing up. Eight down. I know nothing about that. I never have any washing up that isn't washed up immediately. Uh, and when I say immediately, I mean within the past, within a fortnight of it getting dirty. How about that? Eight down. Amusement as daughter hit leg clumsily. We got another quite similar anagram here. Let's go down and highlight the bits. We've got daughter for D is an actual abbreviation that you'll find in a dictionary, the Chambers Dictionary, certainly. Uh, Daughter is D, hit leg. If we use that clumsily, we get delight. And five across looks pretty unusual. Five across, refusing to submit. French article due on 3rd of Feb. Okay, all right. Well, it looks already as though refusing to submit might be the definition, and I'm thinking I'm bad. We've got well, we've got the French article. See my highlight there. On. We've got due is owed, and we put owed onto the 3rd of Feb. What's the third letter of Feb? It's that. It's a B. Five down. Not fit to appear in public, like salad without mayo. If you're not fit to appear in public, you are unreal. What's this word? What's this word? I don't know. Let's not get too hung up about it. 16 across. Republican in Roman dress, backing Carmen speech. Okay. Well, when I saw Roman dress, I thought of a toga. And if we back up the word toga and we stick Republican in there, which again is a standard definition, we've got common speech. Argo, I believe you pronounce it. 16 down, a research facility with plant to make a type of gypsum. Uh, I think the whole thing is a type of gypsum, and I fear it might not be a word I know, but hopefully it'll be um, clear enough from the cryptic bits that I won't need to look too much. A research facility is likely to be a lab. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the plant is an aster. Alabaster is a type of gypsum. Would I be right in saying it's a kind of plaster? It's that sort of thing. 18 across, fantastic PR created on this. Uh, no, we got three letters and then six letters. I'm seeing PR created as not are nine letters. So if you use them in a rather fantastical, swirly around way, so use the letters. Again, we've got another anagram. But what could this fantastic PR created anagram be? Let's highlight the letters. And what are we working on? Red carpet. And I guess the point is that red carpet is where you get quite a lot of marketing opportunities, or at least you get people turning up on a red carpet to be put into newspapers for their photographs to be taken, which I guess you could describe as PR, public relations for the actors and the other great and good who are on the red carpet. 19 down, the motive in Yorkshire for betrayal. The motive in Yorkshire for betrayal. I think it's going to be the idea is that I think the motive is going to be um, written in is going to be written in some way as though a Yorkshireman might say it, and the whole thing is going to be betrayal. It's not treatise, is it? It's not that because that's eight letters, so it can't be. Forget that. 23 across. Insult. Means of transport electronic. So this is bits. This is a very bitty clue, but hopefully not too complicated. If you look, the whole thing is going to mean insult. We've got a, then we've got a means of transport, and then we've got a little abbreviation for electronics. We've got A, bus, and E. 19 down, we've looked at 24 down. Article dropped by corrupt pawnbroker. Now, I believe a pawnbroker is known as an uncle. No, but why? Whoa, why's that just happened? What happened there? Whoa, don't do that to me. Hmm. Well, we're back at least. So, uncle. Article dropped by corrupt pawnbroker. Why is article dropped by corrupt? Because as I say, a pawnbroker is an uncle. Unethical. Un un an uncle. Un, I don't know. Unclean, I see, yes. It's that you see that in the Bible quite a lot, that people are referred as unclean if they're corrupt. 28 across, so unclean without an, which is the indefinite article in English. Is that all right? So article is being dropped by the word corrupt, which is unclean. The whole thing is a pawnbroker. 26, 28 across, one in theatre to rush off. Quite the opposite. One in theatre to rush off. Quite the opposite. Don't know. 26 across. Clive performing with suit and an old book. Okay, so we got another anagram indicator. We let me just do some highlighting. Clive and suit are performing. They are, or you might say, reforming, and they're to make an old book. That's an old book in the Bible, book in the Old Testament. Maybe that's the one reason why it's old in this case. Uh, all right, so yeah, so 22 down. Pleasant presents from soldiers, including coach from Versace. Okay, it's not presents, it's presents. It's a verb, and we're going to use American soldiers who are GIs. We're going to include the coat, so the bit that encloses the rest of Versace are the letters V and E. So the coat from Versace goes into GIs, and we got presents or presents, more like it. 28 across, one in theatre to rush off, quite the opposite. One in theatre to rush off. And what about this? 19 down. The motive in Yorkshire for betrayal. Well, it's treason. Ah, okay. So I guess the idea is that Yorkshire people, rather a patronizing way to refer to rather, yeah, patronizing way of thinking that they go around saying treason. That's not treason for what I said. That's not the reason for what I said. Yeah, that is a bit of a slang. So yeah. Anyway, that's allowed in crosswords to say that. So let's summarize. Motive, the motive. No, sorry, betrayal is a whole thing, and that's treason. And the motive in Yorkshire, rather than saying the motive, a Yorkshireman might say the reason, treason. What's treason for that? 26, 28 across. What's this? One in theatre to rush off. Okay, so it's surgeon. Surgeons operating in operating theatres. To rush off, quite the opposite. Okay, to rush off. If you rush, you surge, and it's not off, it's on. So one in theatre is a surgeon. Are you surging off? No, you're surging on. That's why it's quite the opposite. 20 across, not stopping to grab book. That's reserved. Um, Somebody's not stopping there. It's direct. Oh, I don't know. 20, 25 across, an orb I possess. What rot? Hmm. I like 27 because I feel I know how it works. E Street when playing rocks. Yes, okay. So when I saw when playing, I kind of thought, well, because E Street looked like such an unusual thing to see in a clue, I thought that's probably being used as anagram fodder, and it is. We're going to play around with E Street, and what have we got? We've got teeters, which means rocks. 60, 15 down looks doable. Piece, slice, chopped up in tiny portions. Uh, Particles. And that's because a piece of something might be a part of it. A slice, as seen highlighted, is chopped up. And if we get tiny portions, we get particles, which are very small things in physics. 20 across, not stopping. Well, we knew it ended I blank G. Yeah, it's not a surprise if it is not stopping that it would end I blank G. And I don't know quite how the cryptic side of it works just yet, nor how the definition works for that matter. So nothing to add there. 21 down, relative, scrupulous about end of marriage. Yeah, I think that's niece. A niece is a relative. Scrupulous is, I guess, the opposite to unscrupulous, which would be nasty. I guess scrupulous means nice. We put it around the end of the E in marriage. 25 across. An orb I possess. What rot? An orb I possess. I don't know. I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm obsessing about the actual clue and what's called the surface of it, what it might all mean. I'm thinking what might a what person or creature would possess an orb like a maybe an orb spider, but that's not the way to think because these cryptic clues are not usually uh, the surface of the clues, the meaning of the clues is really only there to distract you. 17 down, purple fruit gathered in fall. What's this purple fruit? And is it purple? Uh, Purple can mean violent or indigo. Don't know. Fruit gathered in fall. Don't know. 17 across. Maybe chickpea or beet, might you say? Well, a chickpea is what's it called? A pulse. Is a beet a pulse? Maybe chickpea or beet, might you say? Yes. A beat. If your heart beats, it pulses, and it says, "Might you say?" Might you say? So it sounds like beat because they haven't written beat the right way. They've written it. They've written it beet. It's all to give you a bit of a confusing a surface meaning of the word, meaning of the clue. Maybe a chickpea or beat, you might say, but it's maybe a chickpea is a pulse, and a beat. If you say the word beat, then that sounds like a pulse in a music piece. 14 down. Cook a crab, eels, and some broccoli. Oh, that's odd. Uh, but it's So what I want to do is I want to make an anagram of a crab, eels, and I want to make some broccoli. Well, how on earth can the nine-letter word mean some broccoli? What do you get in a broccoli? Uh, is this a synonym of broccoli I've never heard of? Could well be 13 across. Criminal case. Crooked poles supplying meat products. Okay, that's fine. Criminal often means an anagram indicator because we're using the letters of case not in the way that they were intended. We're going to mess them up a bit. We're going to get that. If we're going to use poles in a crooked way, and we're going to do we're going to make an anagram and get lopes. Now, how do I feel about the idea that we are referring to poles? How do I feel about the surface of the clue? Talking about the implied um, criminality of Polish people. Not such a fan of that idea, but never mind. Okay, one down. A fuel container in sink. Well, if you sink a ship, you might scuttle it. Why? Fuel container. I think you do have a coal scuttle. That would be your container of your coal. Six down, unfit to appear in public like salad without mayo. Yeah, okay. Undressed, you dress a salad with mayo, and if you're not, and if you're undressed, well, you shouldn't be appearing in public, should you? Uh, Naked is the implication. No. Okay, I can see a word that I know exists. Calabrese, which must be Italian. I did not know it meant broccoli. But it must do, hey? Because it's the only anagram of crab eels that I can think of. 20 across, not stopping to grab book, that's reserved. If something's not stopping, it's unending. Yeah. And you can get so let's just go back to this. No, not that. I'm just looking at this clue on the bottom. Not stopping, well, that's unending. So if a story doesn't stop, it doesn't end. It grabs B for book, and if something is reserved, it's unbending. Is it though? Yeah, I suppose so. As in, it's not. If I'm not behaving in a reserved way, I am unbending. I don't know. I sort of that does make some sense to me. So 17 down, purple fruit gathered in fall. I think it's plummets, and that is purple plum. Uh, sorry. Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Purple fruit is a plum. A gathered is met. So the members have met, the members gathered. And if you fall, you plummet. Now what's 25 across? An orb I possess. What rot? Okay, so um, a round thing that I possess is my eye, which is rather old-fashioned slang for what rubbish, what rot. Well, there we are. That was a crossword. That was today's cryptic telegraph specifically. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Have a cracking rest of your day.